Hola and welcome to the second take of the PUNAtic Punk Rock Podcast, Saving Russia and Ukraine edition. I am your host again. I am repeating this joke. The sixth among equals, 465th. Repeated jokes, not that fun.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of enjoying it.
With us, we have Captain Pause. Say hello.
Raj, hello.
And we had a whole fucking bit for you. We had a whole fucking thing. I totally forgot what it was.
He, the guy.
Yes, our music curator, our master debater, cunning linguist. Overall good at oral. That was the joke.
I'm kind of glad that didn't make it.
It was great.
It was good.
Yeah. I just don't think you like being exposed for the fact that you're just slinging fucking straight hog down in your fucking pantaloons, dude.
So, not me.
So us three today will be taking our giant cocks and using it to spread peace across Eastern Europe, Western Russia, Ukraine. Because as I told you guys, Russia is a Pacific country. In fact,
apparently,
like Russia tried to do imperialism on Hawaii once.
What?
Yeah, there was a Russian military base on Kauai for a while.
Yeah, I call cap, dude. I call cap.
Cap?
Oh, cap.
What does that mean?
I'm calling fibs, dude. I'm
calling you a liar.
You calling me a liar?
Yeah.
How much you want to bet? I know my history. There was a Russian expedition to Kauai trying to plant their own flag in Kauai. And
what year?
And at the time, I don't know if Kamehameha had already conquered it or taken them in peacefully yet, or that they were just scared of the British. And I don't know, but they left. But that was the chance. Like there's alternate history where Hawaii split up between the British and the Russians.
I mean, all white colonists are the same to me, man. We would have ended up eating a few of their, first explorers. So,
Captain Kukurushki.
I understand that we had to take a big L and we're kind of occupied territory that everybody just kind of turns a blind eye to. But like, personally, as a Hawaiian, I just wear that W so hard on how we just eat people and convert them into shit is the biggest insult. Like, you are literally food to us. Yep. Like, how do you just like boil down an existence like that? Like here they are, the most civilized.
Captain Cook. The greatest explorer of your generation. Poop.
Yeah,
literal
apparently
poop now.
His namesake was just foreboding, dude. It's like, I'm gonna be an explorer, and some prince in fucking Hawaii was like, "Bet, come find us."
Apparently, they're gonna change the name of Captain Cook, the town.
I heard about that.
Yeah, boys. Yeah.
Good.
I feel bad. I forgot the Hawaiian name for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even attempt to say it.
It's for something. It means like the long landing or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I imagine it's the previous name for it.
They should just call it "Hui Come Eat."
That's even more local. But since Russia is a Pacific country, we share a musical connection. We have musical powers to connect with Russia. And we're going to use that today to end the war. I think we could do it, guys. What do you say?
Yes. I'm arrogant enough to believe we can.
Because our last show, not our last show, but the show before that, we had a certain listener come in from Moscow. Now, I'm not saying it was Putin, but it was someone within driving distance of Putin.
It was Russian Federation. That's what it showed up as.
No,
Dude, it was PUNAtic, dude. He
if
came
we
in.
just stretch our muscles, if we just whip out our cocks, I think we could influence them so much that we could either have Putin cry and go in a little room and stop all the invasions, or we could have this person within driving distance drive into him at a significant speed. Either one.
I think if we had multiple convergence driving it to various speeds.
Yeah, well, we only had one list. Our listenership's not that big. We have that one guy in Russia who listened to that one show. We have like a small group in Columbus, Ohio that likes our show. There's 2 people in Germany. Thank you again for listening. Guten Tag. Sorry you're not a Pacific nation. I'm never going to get to any of your songs, but thank you for listening.
I mean,
what are your takes on?
Oh, my takes. You could say my name. I just beep it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, militaries and politicians bad, civilians good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my take. Real simple.
I think it's very interesting, like how I think that the Russians definitely thought that there would be less recourse from Ukraine. Like they haven't gotten air superiority.
No, they have not.
They have now?
No, I said no, they have not. Go to Kiev, baby. Thank you for leading the way with that.
Well, the West has been going, here, take all these weapons that we've developed to specifically fight Russia for decades.
That's true. Yeah, all the anti-tank artillery.
All our stuff that we're never, mostly stuff out of the Cold War that's obsolete for us, but specifically made to fight the Russians. Just take it. And has proven to be, like, with the right equipment, any territory could be a fucking bloodbath. Like, it's not like Afghanistan or Vietnam, like I said before, where you could hide in the trees or the mountains and every bit of territory is a struggle. Ukraine's fields and wetlands and like it's been like empires have been going in and out and just taking as they please for millennial, and to have this just like put the brakes on the Russian invasion real quick. They're moving, but at a real slow pace. They're making it hard.
Yeah, the thing that I think scares me the most about the Russian invasion of Ukraine is the fact that, yes, Ukraine is doing a very good job of keeping them at bay, but in terms of the Russian forces that they've mitigated, they still have 90% of their forces left. You know,
True.
If this is what they've done in 27, almost 30 days or something like that now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, they could keep dwindling their army, the Russians. And I do believe Putin would definitely do that.
Yeah, I've also heard reports that like even their supplies and their military equipment have been significantly reduced due to this, like they're bringing in like farm equipment and civilian trucks.
Oh, definitely. I know that like the Russian POWs that are captured by the Ukrainian army are hungry. You know, like they don't have enough rations just to go around for the army.
Yeah.
Not to mention like the Russian ruble diminishing extremely in value.
Yeah, on that note, like I know this might sound insane, but you know, depending on how this all bounces back, maybe we should buy, I don't know, like several thousands of that. So when it does bounce back and the value starts to skyrocket.
Oh yeah,
you know? I'm just saying.
You know, capitalism's gonna win. So buy the stock while it's down now.
Yeah.
So because it is gonna bounce back. We don't know how far it'll fall. Maybe this is not even the farthest it's gonna fall, but it's cheap now. Okay, now that you know we've got our armchair generaling done, I think let's play a song.
Yes,
this is called Armchair General by Order of the White Rose off the album War Machine.
Fuck yeah.
Armchair General by Order of the White Rose off the album War Machine.
Yeah, I gotta start off by saying, man, like I thoroughly enjoy the music you share with me, man. Like, just it enhances my life, and that was just like chef fingers, dude. Kiss. I hope that's just. Also, I'm sorry, but I have to relieve myself, and you're about to hear some highlighting sounds.
Oh, great, man! This is what this is why our podcast has so many views. This is exactly what we need.
Moment of silence.
Hey, it's what draws my OnlyFans, Dave.
All right,
it works.
What you're hearing right now is Koa's massive penis leaking volumes and volumes of urine into.
And if you have him on OnlyFans, you can watch that for $5 a month.
Under Cock Chucker 5,000.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really liked that song. It talked about like just like disguising imperialism as liberation. Most of these songs were made for the Iraq War, and it's amazing how much like the parallels there, as like one imperialist nation involves itself with another, disguising itself as liberation.
Yeah, can you talk more about like where the band is from?
Oh, Oahu?
The band's from Oahu?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, they're from Maui. Sorry. They're from Maui. They're from what city? Haiku? Yeah, Haiku. Yeah, and if you're from Maui, go see them. They often play at Oahu. Haven't seen them on the Big Island. Love to see them on the Big Island.
I know all of us punk bands would love to just have a collective island where we can play together.
Yeah.
Yo, that menagerie of sound would be beautiful. Holy shit.
Went and saw Sancho them the other day. That was fucking awesome.
Yo, I'm so disappointed I missed that, man. Like,
what happened? You all right?
Nah, okay, so like you know I'm getting old, so like my dumbass decided to like try and push past a week of just pure activity and throwing hip like a fucking 19-year-old. And my body's like, yo, dog, we're not like this anymore. Like, what are you trying to do? So I wasn't listening, so my body's like, all right, you gotta learn the hard way, motherfuckers. So like my body just induced a severe fever that didn't leave me for 7 days, dude. Like it was horrible.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, and then
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, and once I got past it, my dumbass in a haze decides to smash my thumb in a goddamn door. And now, like, I don't even want to show you the nail. It looks disgusting, dude. It's swelled up. It looked like a goddamn zit. It's black and necrotic. Don't get old, kids. It's not fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, I will find the elixir of life, and I will live forever. I will live through you vicariously.
Yeah, don't go for immortality. Go for indestruction or indestructible. Okay, that's where I
want
fucked
like
up.
I want like immortality, but it has like a wear off. You know, like it's gonna.
Eventually, you press the button. I want to die now.
No, it's immortality for 80 years.
That's just living for 80 years.
Yeah, well,
but
he ain't
you're not
wrong.
gonna die if something bad happens. If you get hit by a car, and you're
Then
gonna
you're
live.
just smashed up and you live. Okay.
Yeah, but what if you're just
No,
paralyzed from
I
that
want
point on?
indestructibility for 80 years.
That's exactly what would happen. You would get invulnerability for 80 years, and then you get hit by a bus, and then you'd be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Just
And then
commit
you would
one
try to kill
crime.
yourself, and nothing would happen.
Yeah. You commit one crime, they just sentence you to life in prison. You have to just live out the rest of your immortality in prison. It's getting tossed around like a pack of fucking ramen. Ah, Jesus.
Your city gets nuked, and you're the only one that's left.
Just suffering through lymphoma and you just can't die. Eyes all burnt out and shit.
All right, what a lovely
well,
side tangent.
let's segue that into the threat of nuclear war.
Right.
Another potential problem.
Yeah, there's been things like Putin has already said the sanctions are an act of war, and whether he acts on that or not is terrifying. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm very envious of your Hawaiian household that you get to just hang out at. I live in a major city that would likely be a proper target.
Oh, yeah, what are you talking about? We're literally just a goddamn bulkhead for the goddamn coastline. Are you serious?
True.
Did we forget
Okay,
about
but let's be real. Oahu over you guys. What's gonna happen first?
Oahu, definitely. Works, right? But like, if there's an on-foot invasion, we're like the first ones because he has used as the.
Well, the Big Island is how. Isn't that how King Kamehameha took over everything? Is he had this larger land that he could just dock from? And
well, yeah, but after like years of, like decades of war, and then getting guns.
That's true. Yeah, cheating.
Well, they all got guns. He just knew the right people, and got like fostered the right relationships.
Right. He had the
GTA
part
of Captain Cook. That's
He was like left, circle back, X, Y, X, Y, and he's like, submachine gun. Let's go take down Maui.
I'm just saying it wouldn't take much. One low yield fucking nuclear fucking warhead to cripple the powerhouse of America in the Pacific. I mean, yeah, they still have all the submergibles and the fucking carriers out there, but you ain't got a place to like dock, refuel, resupply. You're kind of fucked. I mean,
yeah, and honestly, that's why I think we haven't seen Russia like use its big weapons. I think it's holding like most of its like big stuff in case the war breaks out into a wider war.
Yeah. I feel like they're definitely the type to go down fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that we're gonna get like dragged into like some political tantrum and we're at the goddamn heels of practically a man-child. Like,
The thing that pisses me off is that this is the least of our worries right now in terms of like global, like world problems. Like, I mean, climate change alone is going to get expedited.
Yeah,
exponentially if like.
I want to ask a question before we move on from the nuclear question. What would be better use of our money? Making nuclear weapons or genetic mutated Neckos? Would you rather have Neckos or nukes?
Describe Necco.
Necco
is a cat person.
I would rather have nukes, bro. I hate cats.
Are you talking about how
the last thing I want is a cat person?
Yeah, like furries in real life, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the kind of furries.
no.
They're kind of furries. They're not really fur. They just have cat ears. They're cute girls, and they're like,
Okay, but you're saying that they're humanoid.
I don't care.
They're humanoid.
Are they?
They're mostly human.
That aside.
Yo.
That aside. I
I,
think
Like,
I would
you're
rather
not-
have furries
you're not
in real
pushing your
life
fetish
than I
on me.
would nuclear weapons in the arms of anybody.
well, I just wanted to make a weird segue into this next song. This song is called "Make Neckos Not Nukes" by Smoked Solid Dairy.
I'm
Also
in
from
full
Maui.
100% support of Neckos instead of nukes. Let's
Dude,
go.
give me Oblivion. Fuck the cat people.
Slowly on the rate of brigands on. Yeah, we're still in fear of the next great bomb. If it's not Russia, then it's Iran. Over 50 years we learned nothing but Japan. We don't need another Hiroshima. Is there enough radiation for Fukushima? We don't need another Baka building bomb. Put your tax dollars where they really count. Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. Billions of dollars spent post defense against a war that no one can win. Why have weapons of mass destruction when you can have methods of genetic destruction? Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. Make Neckos, not nukes. We don't need another Baka building bomb. Put your tax dollars where they really count. Why have weapons of mass destruction when you could have Neckos of genetic construction? Make Neckos, not nukes. 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 Make Neckos, not nukes.
That was "Make Neckos Not Nukes" by Smoked Solid Dairy from Maui. And I hope this song convinces you, Putin, or someone within driving distance of Putin, to convince the Russian government to use their money to make sexy cat girls and not nukes. I mean, Captain Paws doesn't agree, but it's 2 out of 3 people here. This isn't a democracy, but it is when it's convenient for me. So we all agree.
Yo, good song. Good song.
Yeah,
I love it. But I still stand by my point. I'd rather take man-made hellfire than man-made fucking cat people, okay? Fuck
I think
that.
you're a man-made madman
Yeah.
if you
Well,
think that sexy cat women are worth sacrificing for hellfire and nuclear war.
have you smelled cat shit? I am
Yes.
not dealing with that human size. I'm sorry.
Have you smelled
I'm
human
not-
cat shit,
they're
though?
human-ish. They use the toilet. They
I'm
just
not-
do
I'm
it,
not-
and then
I'm
they
fine.
meow about it, and then they
Look,
shuffle their feet in front of the toilet like they're trying to scoop shit, with sand into it. It's a whole thing.
I'm so glad that this is the first podcast my girlfriend is going to watch.
look, I'm not a racist, but if you genetically modify a human being with animal bits, I will literally take on a hood, dude. I don't care what coloration I'm gonna have to take. Like I will get a velvet. I don't care. I will literally. This is the hill I will die on.
But you
Fuck.
could be a cat person.
No,
You could be a
No.
fucking lion, bro.
I don't want to be a lion. Dude.
A
Those
big
things suck.
fucking Hawaiian lion.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Dude, I either transform me into a complete animal and just leave me be, or just like don't do it at all. Turn me into a goddamn fish, dude. Let me loose into the water. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, where is this different than having like robots? Like we had fucking Bender just hanging out with us.
Okay, I'm cool with robots.
Okay, but
Because
where is
next?
but
But
okay, we gotta
Sexy
think of like a
cat
furry
people.
that's like cool though.
like, I don't know. I don't want to fuck a mech.
I don't want to fuck a cat person either necessarily.
I don't know why you would like them. That's the whole point.
How about you just don't push your fucking fetish on us? just let us keep it on. Like, god damn it! You don't see me ask you to like make more genetically modified like Futanari's. Like, god
We
damn
could
it.
do that instead of nukes. I'd prefer that over nukes.
I'd still
Okay,
prefer
back
that
on-
over nukes personally.
Okay, back
Wait,
on the
wait,
train. Back on the train. You have my attention. You
Okay,
had my
we make
curiosity, you have
Nekos
my attention.
and Futa and not nukes.
Okay, seriously,
Everybody on
like,
board?
if that was the thing, like world peace or Catwoman or Futanari, like Futanari Catwoman.
Look, we're marching towards a utopia that is completely sex-based. That's what I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing.
If it just means that we're not gonna fucking fight anymore, I'm down for it. Fuck it.
Just
Whoa,
become
whoa, whoa,
bonobos.
whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not saying we don't fight. I'm just saying we don't fight for stupid reasons. Let's call it what it is. We're fighting for, the ultimate,
But that's the thing. Okay, if you're fighting, when is the other person's reason not a stupid reason? Unless you're the wrong person.
I'm never wrong. That's the issue.
You know, you're fucking so bad.
You're right. No, but you're right. You're right. That's the shitty thing about all this. Is this perspective that's based on the winner. That's the shittiness of all of this stuff.
All right, I gotta stop for a bit. Some reason I'm running out of time to record unless I upgrade to Pro.
Are we gonna stay in the meeting? You're just closing.
I'm gonna end the meeting. I'm gonna save the recording of this meeting, and that should take like a minute, and then I'll start a new meeting.
All right, taking an intermediate break.
Right. Yep.
11 minutes later.
Oh
And
god,
we're
that was just violent.
back. You want to fuck that robot lady, don't you?
Kinda, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It's just Tetris Splash all over again, dude. The voice shouldn't be that seductive. I'm sorry.
Tetris Slash. I haven't played that one.
Yes. It was on the Xbox, dude. The announcer was way too hot for its own good. Like, it's like Tetris. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? What are we?
Tetris got to make you horny.
No, it doesn't. God damn it. No, it doesn't.
Keeps people going. So this war,
intro.
yeah, this war.
Yeah.
It's real bad. It's real bad. It's real bad.
So my favorite YouTube guy to follow right now, Andrea, fucking whatever. God damn it, what's his name?
Andrea, no, that's Adrian.
Andriy Veslenko.
Andrea Vaslenko. Hope you're doing
Yo,
well.
that is
He was
a hell of a name.
a fucking metal YouTuber from Ukraine for a long time, but now he's displaced because of the war quotations. And his biggest thing lately is it's not a war. Like, we're not fighting back for a reason. This is terrorism. The Russian terrorists. Like, that's his whole thing. It's like, we're not being. Like, they're attacking civilians.
Yeah, and they're using terror tactics. But one could say modern war is just terrorism.
That's true.
I mean, definitely the U.S. is the largest terrorist in the Middle East.
But I've been enjoying Andriy Veslenko's YouTube channel because he's been just covering sort of the ground perspective because he is somebody who's displaced and living there. All of his instruments are in somewhere. He doesn't know necessarily if they're bombed or what, but he's like, I don't know if I want to play music anymore. I'm just in a bad place.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
Tried
It's
to
all-
join the draft, but they said they're full. They have lots of people who are willing and ready to fight, who are already trained. So he's just doing his best on the home front.
Yeah.
But
And what was he doing before the war?
essentially, he was a YouTuber, sort of in the metal genre.
Wow.
We do a lot of stuff kind of revolving around that, like 80s, 90s, Metallica, Megadeth.
Well, I got
metal.
a bit of metal here. I think he might enjoy.
Yes.
This song is called Mechanically Engineered Suffering, which I thought really summed up the atmosphere there.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is have that armchair consultation perspective. But
Yeah, while all those people on high in Russia are creating just suffering on such a mass scale. And not only for the Ukrainians, for their own people.
A big part of his thing too is that a lot of Russians don't see it, and that's very welcomely seen. Not welcomely, but
Yeah, it's been like refreshing seeing so many Russians on the street opposing the war.
it is.
Yeah, with all the like restrictions. I saw this one video of a guy that held up a sign with 2 words, and then just crazy, like the police out of the corner came, picked him up and dragged him away in like 3 seconds flat. It was fucking insane.
Yep. There was like a news scene where some of the reporters got signs and went on Russian controlled media just to try to get point across.
But I was trying to segue into this song from a Kona band. This is Doomed Immortal, a death metal band in Kona, off the album
What?
Genesis Requiem. Yes, death metal. You ready for this?
The man,
Yeah.
So metal for one more time without butchering his name, Andriy Veslenko.
Andriy Veslenko. After we're done, write it down in the chat, and I'll make sure to link his stuff in with whatever description we got.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We do it for you.
Yes, he is currently doing his updated posts to help pay for not the war, but the people who are in distress currently. So all of his funds that are going towards his channel and his YouTube are going towards people.
Gotcha.
That was Mechanical Engineered Suffering by Doomed Immortals off the album Genesis Requiem, released in 2018. I think they're from Kailua Kona, Hawaii, off the Big Island.
Yo, that I'm just blown away. Like something like that came out of Kona.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's like the last thing I think of when I think of Kona. Jesus
Kona has an
Christ.
interesting metal scene. Has
Really?
Yeah.
Where was I during this time?
Other side of the island. And I think this is a
Yeah.
bit younger than you. I mean, older than you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there was a surge in like 2007 and up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all know the total deniability, like, metal scene was way bigger around that time period when Tiger first opened up because he just had way more bands for it. It was a much bigger audience, even. You know, a lot of that metalcore. And, I mean, a lot of Big Island metal is a lot of like death metal and stuff like that too.
Yeah, a lot of crossover.
Yeah, there's not as much. It's very interesting. Like, I feel like Hawaiian genreification is a little bit behind. And I think you know, that there's an appreciation for older genres. Like, there definitely is like a pop dominance. There's always a top 40s thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of stylistically, it's always been 10, 20 years back in terms of what's favored.
It's not only been 10 and 20 years back, it's 10 and 20 years styles mixed together.
Exactly, mixed with modern stuff.
Yeah, like most of the metal bands here are not just like crossover thrash or death metal or things. They have those songs, but they also like experiment with what they do and like
I think it's partially a product of not having modern advancement on the islands and listening to the old stuff, but having modern advancement elsewhere to listen to, and not cross-contaminating to create what is a blend of old and new that is very niche, I think, to the islands.
I mean, there's definitely like a weird chrono bubble around the island as a whole, whether it's like musical fads or just social fads, and then each district itself has like its own biome of societal and like, it's just a unique environment to allow these things to like permeate and still just in their own right flourish. Like it's insane.
Yes, totally. I remember my dad grew up on Kauai. He told me that like the first time he heard Metallica was when some other kid brought the album to his school and shared it with everybody, and all of him and his Hawaiian friends were just like, yeah, Metallica back in like the 80s and like early 90s. But it was only because one person brought the CD to this specific spot.
Yeah, I imagine that's how a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I can just imagine that on a grander scale between everything else.
Yeah, and that's where you get your influences, just like that. Okay, I have another metal song if you want to listen to it, also from Kona.
Yeah, actually, do it up.
Yeah, since this song is called "Murder Is Progress."
Okay, like it already.
And
singing my song, gotcha.
I think you could put some parallels onto modern events. I don't need to do that for you, or do I? Do I?
No, we got public school education, dude. We know how to read.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're just not reading enough to make me to fool everybody?
I mean, you just gonna personally attack me like that? Like, Jesus Christ. How about you just like play the song, you asshole? Let's just stop calling out my traumatized childhood.
All right, the song is called "Murder Is Progress" from the band Murder Earth.
Yes. Let's get that murdering on the earth, dude. Let's get that going.
was Murder is Progress by Murder Earth from Kailua Kona, released in 2018 off the album Murder is Progress, and with obviously influences from the Iraq War, easily laid over the imperialist aggression in Ukraine.
I mean, okay, easily so far my favorite song of the night. Okay, and I know I the only reason I say this is because like there was a clear image in my head as it was going. Like first off, most songs like when I listen to them, I feel like I'm ascending. This definitely felt like I was just clawing my way down to hell.
Yeah,
but in a good
like a war hell. Like you're just a soldier, and the only way through is to kill.
Yeah. Just like wall of corpses in front of you. Fuck it. River of blood. Fuck it. Yeah. That kind of spoke to my lower brain, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, kind of want to go grab a fucking blunt object and go attack everybody in my goddamn little cul-de-sac.
So with that handful of songs, do you think we could take those to Russia and change a few minds?
Maybe.
Because that's what we're doing. We're going to Russia. We're going to meet a few bands. We're going to take our bands with them and change a few minds and bring down the Putin regime and replace it with an angel. We're going to steal an angel from heaven and have them be head of government, because only people you can trust be head of government. If that.
I'm just gonna imagine in Red Square, you know, you got your booth, you're just slinging
Angel Lennon.
Beautiful,
you're right.
Just beautiful music. Yeah.
We need to find Lennon as an angel, because he obviously went to communist heaven. Obviously.
The red heaven, the white heaven.
Communist angel. He's the one that could lead. I think we solved it. All right, so let's go to the Russian Far East. Well, to us, it's the west of us. Just like the West Coast is to the east of us. You know, fucking, it sucks that all our directionality is so Eurocentric.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, I got into a conversation about this, and like, I just find it hilarious. It's a bunch of fucking primates. We decided to give like magnetic points directions, and then we have to use like heavy colonizer like influence.
Where London is the center of the world. Go fuck yourself, London.
Yeah, Britannia can suck a fat one, dude.
So yeah,
that's it. I'm building a time machine. I'm going back into the past. You're bringing your fucking soundtrack. We're fist fighting every historical figure, dude. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong. I don't care what atrocities they prevented, what atrocities they committed. We're fighting all of them.
I'll make that a show. We do a fucking like little skit of us time traveling, and we'll make that a podcast.
Yeah. Unanimously agreed that hands are for everyone. It's the most equal thing on earth, dude. Just dishing them out.
All right, so we're going to Primorsky Cry. I'm Russian. I suck. Please forgive me, Russians, and person who is in driving distance of Putin, who I really want to be friends with, so I could convince you to do things against your government or against yourself, depending if this is Putin or someone working for Putin. That might be considered treasonous. But hey, I promote that for every country in Minecraft. Or have they figured that out yet in Roadblocks or GTA? Really, if this war feels like it has started over like a Hoi 4 game. Like,
yeah.
There's allies building up along your border in a fucking video game, the right move is to go to war with your neighbor and take his territory. But that's not a fucking video game.
It's human lives, man. And the fact that just being thrown around this fucking
Yeah, that really shows the logic of states as separated from the logic of human happiness and human being. They're different logics entirely.
can't just antiquate an entire existence onto that of nothing more than disposable fucking pieces. That's for sure.
Yeah, not a lot of people, to a minority of people who happen to have power. And that's true in most countries, almost all countries, I would say, except give me a country. I don't know any. I can't think of one.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. Like I know you're trying to find the light in the muck and mire, but
it's almost like countries are bad.
Nah, it's like the hierarchy of it all is bad. Like the idea that one or a handful of individuals have to stay at the top, and the way they stay at the top is by causing conflict. I mean, it aggravates me that we haven't, as a working class or a collective class, just decide to like not only overthrow it but abolish it and start working towards something that should be nowhere near resembling the shit that we had once built up prior.
I think we're almost to a point where it should be like an Earth, not federation, because that has negative resemblance, but like a collective Earth government that's super fucking technically insane. But you know what I mean? Like it, as far as like where we are in terms of global climate change, war, nuclear devastation, shit like that, like it should be working towards a global impact. And obviously that's not gonna happen.
You think like
that's like super liberal fucking ideals, but
so yeah, you think world has to work on a global scale to fix that problem. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily a global scale, but I feel like if there was a more unified understanding of the issues rather than this.
I think there is more or less a unified view of it. I just think that like profit and the logic of the states itself don't allow it to react to it, because that's the way they survive and perpetuate themselves, because otherwise the oil industry would have died a long time ago.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of exploitative stuff that has benefited things, unfortunately. And without that, we wouldn't be where we are in terms of technological advancement. And unfortunately, we won't get further without more exploitative behavior.
No, I'm kind of on pause. This one, nuclear hellfire.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is all too weird for me because like I never taken a stance on this side of the conversation before. I've always been, I mean, at my core, I'm an accelerist. Like I'm fully for like not only societal and economical collapse as a whole, but I'm willing to just sit back and let the planet get to such a critical state that the human race as a whole just goes extinct. But this is more for selfish reasons. Like once all you apes die off, I can have my fucking.
I don't want people to go extinct. I want people to have. I think climate change might cause extinction. I think nuclear hellfire will cause, like the Thanos theory. Yeah, but I'm just fucking joking. I think that's a terrible idea too. Obviously,
I'm done with the human race.
It's all super cynical.
Yeah.
Dark and dreary.
I want the humans to have. I want there to be a chance of survival for humans, and I see a cliff up ahead, and your choices are to convince everybody to pull on the brakes or jump off before it hits the cliff. And you're not likely to convince the people up top to hit the brakes for some reason that I don't know, metaphor breaks down. I have to make up a reason why they don't want to go. And I'm sorry, I'm stoned.
Sorry to. That's one of the break. It did make it more clear though, so thank you for clarifying. It is like I know what you mean now. Like,
yeah,
you either gotta start pumping the brakes or fucking.
Yeah, and I
jump off.
I'm not convinced that we'll convince those up in power to hit the brakes.
I think the large
Yeah.
potential problem is definitely currency and money,
Yeah.
obviously. And I think with that, it'll take a lot for the rich bourgeoisie to realize that their money is meaningless and they don't have anywhere to fucking spend it. It's gonna take a fucking lot.
Them and their fucking protectors, cops. And now that we've taken a while, we've arrived in Russia. Could you believe it? We're in Russia.
The airline here, I mean, the speed train, the bullet train that we're taking.
We're not in Vladivostok. We're in Khabarovsk.
You guys gotta try the sky train.
Khabarovsk. Borowski. That just beat me up, Russians. I don't care. Come on. This band is called Try to Rise, and this is their song A Cab. So I thought I saw a segue, I took it. Here we are.
Gosh.
Now ride that little scooter and listen to this punk song.
Научат здесь себя вести. Не будь ментом, будь полицейским. Смени побои на слова, будь рассудительным и честным. Веди себя как мудак. Не будь ментом, будь полицейским. Смени побои на слова, будь рассудительным и честным. Веди себя как мудак. Дубинкой, смотря на всех, как на говно. Забыли вы морали и стерли грани все давно. Ментовский беспредел давно пришелся к норме. Нахальному шерифу уставом дать по морде. Не будь ментом, будь полицейским. Смени побои на слова, будь рассудительным и честным. Не веди себя как мудак. Не будь ментом, будь полицейским. Смени побои на слова, будь рассудительным и честным. Не веди себя как мудак.
was ACAB, ACAB by Try to Rise off the album. I don't read Cyrillic, but if I were to try, it'd be Hoblinbeck. And they're from Khabarovsk.
Yo.
Yeah, they've always had problems with the cops because the cops are the arm of the state and they're fucking arresting people for opposing war. I mean, they've arrested so many people in the while protesting this war. Even calling it a war, you could get arrested for it.
Yeah, I've been seeing that lately.
You got to call it a special operation, or else you get thrown in jail, like it's the fucking Tsarist Russian days.
Do you know what's going on with Gogo Bardello
No, I don't.
as one of our favorite Ukrainian punk bands?
Yeah, I haven't actually caught up with them. What's going
I
on?
haven't looked into what's going on with their situation currently,
Oh,
what their take is on this whole thing, because I'm sure that they've got something to say.
yeah, maybe I should look that up.
I was just curious if you would. I just thought about that looking into this last piece.
You know what? I have to restart the meeting in 5 minutes and like 2 minutes. While doing that, I'll look up if there's anything on that.
Good.
So yeah.
I'll find anything too, and I'll send you.
All right, shoots. Yeah, and apparently I got to restart the meeting again. So yeah, I'm gonna save the meeting and do what I did last time.
Roger.
Your mission. All right.
20 minutes later.
So we did a little bit of research. Apparently, we went to 2 different sites. I went to Rolling Stone. You went to YouTube.
I also saw that Rolling Stones. I read that, and then you sent that to me, and I was like, all right, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gogo Bardello did a fundraising concert for Ukraine, convincingly called Russians fascists, or at least the Russian government, the fascist regime,
monstrous fascist regime,
which tracks.
which does track.
And he did a Patti Smith. He and Patti Smith did a show. He didn't do a Patti Smith. I don't know what that would entail, but I imagine it's something to do with horses. And yeah, he's doing what I expect him to do. That's kind of why I didn't pay attention. I expected this.
I kind of forgot for a second. I was watching everything else, and I was like, oh, wait, what about our Ukrainian-born lead singer of an epic gypsy?
Yeah.
Gypsy incorrect to say? Is that...
What?
Is the term gypsy not cool?
If he says it, I think it's cool. I don't know. That's like
I feel like it has a derogatory sense.
I imagine it does. Roma.
Yeah.
Roma punk. That doesn't have that same flair.
I like that though, Roma punk. That just sounds like an anime like protagonist.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that does sound. That sounds awesome. Okay, I need to bring this back to the other side of Russia, which is thousands and thousands of fucking miles away. Like, holy shit. Russia is huge, and people try to say he's not imperialist. Fucking look at a map, you fucks.
Yeah.
And that last song, the ACAB song, that's the most normal song I could find from this region. This region is weird with its fucking music. The next song is by a great band. Fucking excellent band. Band's called Rape Tape.
Roger, what the fuck? Swinging for the fences at this point.
It's a weird post-hardcore, like no wave. You gotta listen to it. This is Rogue by Rape Tape. off their
Rogue by Rape
2015 album Cyrillic Letters. It's not.
Crush.
And all of their albums are free. And I highly suggest you listen. And then when someone looks at your set list and go, why the fuck do you have Rape Tape in your playlist?
I mean, my current playlist is, it wouldn't be out of place. That's all I'm gonna say.
by Rape Tape off their album, I don't know, kind of a B with a line above it, ESC, weird straight lowercase n, but the first like straight line's kind of crooked, O, and then like an A symbol, but not quite like a lowercase with a thing above it, but not quite. Yeah, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, that was bouncy as hell, dude.
Yeah, that was for sake of time, because usually their songs go from like 6 minutes to 9 minutes. I chose that one, and that usually a lot more atmospheric and a lot more oh, it's weird. It is weird. So, Mr. Shredderator, what do you think of Rape Tape? I mean, the band, not actual rape tapes.
Yeah, I like the guitar line. It's very catchy.
Mm-hmm.
I could get stuck on that.
And one thing I like about punk in general, like most punk is all anti-authoritarian, like usually anti their state, it's protest music wherever it goes, and I don't need to understand it to know that it's protesting something I don't like, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. Collective sound of the Domtron. Yeah.
Here's one of the only bands I've found in Vladivostok. I would think Vladivostok would be like the biggest city in like the Pacific Russian area, but no, it's Karbosovsky. Again, forgive my Russian.
Terrible rush.
Yeah, CHABAROVSKIY. Yeah, I'm no good at that. But these are the bands we're taking with us. We're taking with us straight to Putin. Like in this guy's car who's listening to us, who I'm sure is on his way driving straight at Putin now. Right? Don't get caught listening to this, but you know what to do. Here we go. This band, they're less electric, but weirder in a way. I don't know how to describe them. I didn't even know how to fucking pronounce their name. Yeah, I can't pronounce any of this. The album is OM. They're from Vladivostok.
Gosh.
The album is OM, and it was released in 2014. Join us and listen to great music from places so far from civilization that the rest of the world has forgotten about us.
Твоим плащом. Остался, как был. Наш дом на небе.
That was like a lullaby, man. I don't know how to put it. It was very soothing.
Yeah, that was a anthemic. Yeah, that was let's see if okay, it's like an A but angled E. There's an E P C Y Y like a 3 really straight A in but a little angled bit.
Why don't you just type it into Google and have them pronounce it?
Oh fuck. Why you have to come up with good ideas?
Well, because I'm not Google and you're telling me all this shit and I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's like I should
Just
have
Rosetta
this
Stone, bro.
up like every time I do foreign bands. You're telling me this like it's a
Or
good
or
idea.
or instead of doing it on the spot,
Yeah, like
maybe.
have it prepared. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just okay? So the start of the song was that another was that another accordion? I'm forgetting. Like
I'm not quite sure.
so
Desura
like
Uzala. Desura Uzala. Desura. Desur. Dersu. Dersu Uzala. Okay.
Roger. Just gotta ask though, like, is it like an unspoken thing where like accordions are like now punk as fuck?
For a lot of people, yeah.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk
Okay,
about it.
okay.
It's in our closet. It's there. We pretend not to notice.
It's like how guitars are cool. they're cool.
But keep that to yourself.
Yeah, all right, Raj.
On a real note, guitars are fucking sick. And if you play the accordion, that shit's fucking sick too. So you should rock that.
Well, yeah, any instrument. I was just wondering when like that specific instrument just started making it onto this genre. I'm just like it's hearing it a lot.
I mean, culturally,
Really?
it would make a lot of sense, I think.
How?
Yeah, because it was another
especially in
Japanese
Eastern
one.
Europe. Not Eastern Europe, but like far Eastern Russia.
Hmm.
Although that's
I mean,
they call
again,
that
with-
place Green Ukraine. See the connections there. See what I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. We're
that's
connecting the dots.
Yeah, that's because like a lot of Ukrainians were the colonizers of that place. They were used as the people to colonize the far eastern bits, and so it was called Green Ukraine.
Gosh.
And our job is us big dicked Westerners coming here to just throw our weight around and tell others what to do. And you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, yeah, but like throw our weight around to ultimately do what?
To help the people of Russia rise up and stop the war themselves, because that's ultimately what's going to happen without World War III.
Yeah, that's ultimately like what everybody is saying within the internal strife from Ukraine and from Russia is it's like,
Yeah. And I hope
unless they figure it out themselves, like it's gonna explode.
Yeah, I hope it's the civilians rising up and doing something, rather than it being an in-house coup where just some oligarch takes power again.
I mean,
Yeah.
all kinds of talk like about that kind of shit.
But-
But yeah, I hope that it's just the people that are just like, hey, we're fed up with.
But either way,
Yes.
like, it's gonna be messy. Like,
It's probably not going to be great. I mean, just looking at what's happened on the battlefield itself, apparently 5 Russian generals have just perished on the battlefield, which is extreme. Like in the history of war, like generals are supposed to be, towards the back and whatever, but 5 of them have gone down. So, like, were they people who were of opposing force who were forced into special position, or what? I mean, I'm being skeptical, of course, here, but we don't need to go into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't support any World War III. I don't support a no-fly zone because that puts us in a situation of being the first ones to start World War III.
Right. I mean, among doing that, we would cause a lot of issues.
Yeah, I mean, would it help? Probably. But it also means we're directly fighting in the air, like, and with tensions so hot. I mean, we did fight Russians in Syria, but it wasn't like tensions between us were like, no, we're obviously not going to war. But if things were to happen now over the skies of Ukraine, it could escalate the war. And like I said before, I believe they're holding back their most advanced stuff in case that does happen.
I think that it's not being proposed on the same scale. Please go ahead and pause.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
We just lost a few seconds of our lives, boys. Temporal anomalies.
Yeah, well,
Aren't they just a hoot?
I mean, like, completely off the cuff, I think this is a very delicate subject, of course. I think you should treat it with care. Feel free to do with this information as you do.
mm-hmm.
But,
Guy who's in driving distance of Putin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
wink, wink. Yes, we don't believe. No, but I do believe that there is potential other danger in the situation, and it sucks to see this kind of disparage anywhere right now, considering what's also going on with the pandemic, finally kind of easing up a little bit and everything else.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? We're just humans. We want to kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
No. Obviously, as you see people on the ground, the soldiers who don't know why they're in Ukraine, they really don't want to kill each other. They're just kids put in a shitty situation by their government.
They're kids, and it's a brother nation. It's really just boils down to territory when it comes down to why they're doing this, and it's all about NATO and all that.
Support the troops, kill the commanders. I should put that sticker under every support the troops sticker.
I think it sucks because it's like a lot of the war, of course, on both sides, they send immigration. Like, there are plenty of Russians who are suffering, but they're not the ones who are being bombed, and they're not the ones who are being directly impacted by it. Like, sure, they're being sanctioned, and
they'll claim
down, but
they would claim that Donetsk and Luhansk were being bombed for years on end, as Russians ensured that they would keep being bombed by keeping them in the fight with their support.
I don't know. It's all very.
Yeah, it all seems like a very calculated
shit.
game by Putin to me.
I feel that too. I feel like it's very much premeditated in a lot of ways.
And he's been working up to this for a while, but just did not think that he thought it would be easy. He thought it'd be like times immemorial in the past where Ukraine was just fields to cross armies across.
Yeah, it's not a surrender. It's a opposition at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a large portion of that goes to the propaganda and the misinformation that's being spread in Russia for the last.
Oh, there's so much misinformation, and the worst misinformation is always has the kernel of truth. You know, most misinformation has to have that kernel of truth
to make it believable.
Yeah, like yes, there are neo-Nazis in Ukraine, and yes, they do make up a portion of the National Guard, a very small portion.
As they do in America and everywhere else that fucking supported that.
Yes, they should be condemned for not purging them, but they do not represent the majority of Ukraine.
Right, a 3% population.
Like I'm in some of these fucking groups of leftists, and they harp on like every time they see a Ukrainian fascist, like some of these fucking white supremacists LARP on every time they see a black person kill a white person. It's like, yes, it exists, but that's not the problem at the moment. And it could be solved by addressing other issues.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's generally just a lack of communication.
Yeah, and
I mean, beyond that, there's this sort of bigotry and brainwashing and everything else. But
Russia has been really good at spreading disinformation.
Oh, totally. For a long time since
the
Soviet war and everything. But it's a long-standing attribute. And I hope that Russia turns around isn't seen as like a long-term villain, you know, in history, much like how Germany's been turned to.
No, I want it to be as its rightful destiny as leader of the revolution to free the people from capitalist oppression.
Because a large majority of the people that live there don't fucking know actually what's going on, and the people that do are in opposition, of course.
Yeah. Do you want to listen to one more Russian song?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I got one behind me.
All right. This is, you know what? I'm going to take Oz advice right now, put this right into Google. How do I pronounce that? Porco. Okay, that anticlimactic. It's like a square, but with no bottom. POK. All right, that I think that's better description than whatever I was doing.
Творит бардак, мы здесь проездом, тушите свет, ищите лаз. Быть вредно обществу полезным, когда решают все за нас. Тушите свет, срывайте звезды, чтоб небосвод опустотел. Маэстро душ, спасаться поздно, особый действует отдел.
That was like a Cyrillic table POK off their 2018 album 3.5 Cyrillic. I'm not searching that one. I'm done. That was fun. I liked that. I liked that whole band.
Yeah.
Do you think we did it? Do you think we convinced the Russians to stop bombing Ukraine, or at least this one guy to get really sexually close with Putin enough to poison his drink?
I mean, I hate using this term, but I hope so, man. I hope so. I really do.
You know, if we had an audience in Russia before, we don't now.
Yeah. Absurder things have happened, my friend. Absurder things have happened.
So I'm getting my fucking time up warning again. Fuck this thing. It's really fucking annoying. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up in 7 minutes.
Gotcha.
Whenever Shredderator gets here, the re-Shredderator. That's like when you take the Shredderator and you get like, you know, the mashed potato utensil in the kitchen.
Double mashed.
And
Double mashed.
So you throw the Shredderator in there and you smash them up, and then you throw them in the shredder, and then he's the re-Shredderator. I don't think he hears me. I think the aliens have taken over.
Maybe he's still balls deep in those fucking tunes, dude.
Oh yeah.
You like that? Shredderator.
Oh yes. What's up?
You like that?
Yes, I did.
Good, because that's the last you're gonna hear of everything not from prison, because we're going to prison. We can't we can't go much. We spread too much. Yeah, I don't think Putin's gonna like this. I think their KGB's coming after us now, and this is not me being paranoid. I have the KGB on the phone.
That's all right. I've been riding scooters to work. I'm gonna raise their scooter, flip their knees all day long.
Just that's the true weapon of mass destruction, dude. Just hand out, just fucking drop razor scooters into
nuclear razor scooter.
So okay, this is getting annoying. The Zoom is giving me the time up thing. I'm gonna leave us with one last song, and then we'll cut and then come back and we'll wrap things up.
Gotcha.
This last song is probably one of the most popular punk bands in Hawaii. Brought them over to spread the anti-war joy. There we go. Because the anti-war movement is what we should really be supporting. There is no qualms. There's no sides that shouldn't be supporting the anti-war movement in Russia. Like, I don't really care what your opinion is. Those motherfuckers are putting their lives on the line to get their government to stop murdering people.
Going to jail forever for fucking justice.
And so this is a song to them. This is Square Shapes, with their song Rise Up off the album Square Shapes.
Gotcha.
And they're from Honolulu. They're probably one of the most popular bands in Honolulu. And they're a ska punk band. All right, and I'm going to play this, and I'm going to restart the meeting.
Yes, it's time.
let's not chill. What's it rise up? The new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Rise up, the new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Say rise. Now he's a Babylon to the people they won't ask. So we gotta say time, no time, and to rewind everything changing. It gonna be fine, I'll be right. Yes, it's so great, no pain, let's not chill. What's it rise up? The new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Rise up, the new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Say rise. Don't wanna sing about war no more. I don't wanna sing about war no more. I don't wanna sing about war no more. Don't wanna sing about war no more. Don't wanna sing about war no more. I don't wanna sing about war no more. I don't wanna sing about war no more. Don't wanna sing about war no more. I don't wanna sing about war no more. Don't wanna sing about war no more. Rise up, the new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Rise up, the new generation gonna take responsibility for a better nation. Say rise. Hey, say rise. Say rise. Say rise. Yes, it's time now. Yes, it's time. Yes, it's time now. Yes, it's time. Yes, it's time. Yes, it's time. Yes, it's time.
Several song-filled hours later.
Ah,
Yeah. We can do
okay, we're back on it. Recording issue number 2. Take 2 of 3. But this has been a whole fuckery. This I might just upgrade just to ignore this fuckery.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, we ended this already. We ended this, and it's haunted us. I thought the war was over. I thought we stopped it, but apparently
Right,
it's
people,
back on for 5 minutes.
back on.
Yeah, it's back on. So let's talk about the song. Good
Yes.
song, good ska song, good
Good
message.
Good ska song. I had heavy influence, maybe in my own mind's ear, from Authority Zero. I feel that a lot from the vocalist there.
Yeah, and I could hear that from the little of Authority Zero I've listened to. It's not much, but I'm making a small connection. You're putting the string there, and I'm going, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I liked it though. I always enjoy a good high.
Yeah, they're a great
tempo.
ska band. If you haven't listened to them, I do suggest you listen to more Black Square. They're fun. They're like the ska punk you kind of wanted, but you got Pepper.
Pepper's good too. You know, they're a little more
They put out
commercialized,
so
but
much music that yes, they put out. I'd say out of all their stuff, they have like 2 solid albums of good music. But that's out of like 10 albums.
well, we have one solid.
Yeah, and it's great all the way through if you don't count the ones I taken out, which I didn't take out anything besides Punk Rock Shaman. No, I like Punk Rock Shaman. I don't know. I'm critical of all my work. Everybody knows this.
I know.
I'm an asshole to every musician, but mostly to myself and our band.
You know me too, though. I'm the perfectionist who's just like, no, this is not good enough. We can't do it.
Yeah.
I was notoriously bad about that. It was detrimental.
Yeah. And then sometimes we just like never made a decision. It's like, I want the band to do it. And they're like, we got to get it perfect. And we gotta make it perfect. And then,
Like, all right, we'll just do it then.
yeah, it was weird. It was a weird dynamic. I'm still family,
It
love
was
you guys.
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was art in its truest form. A controversy of logic and apathy.
And we grew our musical power. We became higher level musical wizards, all of us.
Yes.
And with that power, we channel tonight, with every listener's help, all 16 of you. We channel that power and throw, like the spirit bomb, throw it straight at Putin. And then, we'll make everybody rise up, and because everybody's raising their hands, right?
Yeah, he'll probably just get spiritual diarrhea, but that's good enough for me at this point.
Yeah, let's hope so. I hope for severe diarrhea for Putin, like hospital, like third world kind diarrhea for Putin.
Like bedpan.
Yeah, and he may or may not die from it. I hope he does, but it's definitely the way I want him to die.
Dysentery.
And that will be us tonight. Putin dying of dysentery
And sepsis.
and sepsis. We've done it. We saved Russia and Ukraine in one fell swoop. And it's because we have giant magical dicks.
Apparently. I didn't know it was magical until today. Thank you for enlightening me.
Well, yeah, see, we just changed the geopolitical situations with him. It's
The gravitational
who could argue?
shifted because our poles are bigger than the north and south.
So thank you for listening to all our listeners here in Hawaii and around the world, and Ohio, in Germany, and in Russia.
And if you were in Ukraine,
Yeah, in the war in Ukraine. Please, soldiers, if you're listening, go home. I don't know if you'd be listening, but that's what I'd say. Yeah. Thank you for being with us. Reshredderator. Captain Paws had to dig out early. Traveling to Russia takes a lot of time and energy.
yeah, the tummy ache.
Yeah. So good night. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
I don't wanna sing about war no more. 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 I don't wanna